Oh, right. We're back. We're back. And what a week it was. Was it? It was a kind of a dramatic couple days for the NFT world. I'm in Christmas land right now. I'm in the North Pole. It's good to see you all. We got a really special guest. Got Top Shot Talk, aka TST, is with me today. What's great about TST is he was actually one of the first people that I watched back in February when I was sweating balls in Brazil. I remember, so I've seen TST start with this like little picture in the corner to now he's in your living rooms in full screen. So that's really cool, and I'm really happy to have him with me today. So let's jump right into it. We have a few things to cover here, and thank you all for joining. So let's just jump right into it with the 5 topics. And you know what? I'm actually going to remember to get Al Horford this time. All right. So let's go with our 5 topics. First of all, the metrics. The metrics, in some places they're up, in some places they're down. The average price down. Sellers, there's a bigger increase in buyers than sellers. I'm not quite sure what that's about. New users down a bit, but more or less nothing too crazy going on. Anyhow, they announced that there was going to be some new utility marketing messaging, right? And here it is. We got our Discord gated team channels. At first, I saw this. I thought, I don't really get the big deal. Do I really care about another Discord channel? But I started thinking about it. I realized that what this was, it was sort of like putting us into our team boxes so that maybe they could reward us later. And we already saw a little piece of that, which was Harrison Barnes. He already checked in, as well as Tyrese Halliburton also checked in. So I think that's pretty cool. And I think that the teams that are going to be more connected with Top Shot will use these rooms or chat rooms or whatever you want to call them, channels, to be able to reward their most devoted user base. So that was cool. The only thing I wasn't crazy about was that, some teams are way more accessible. Like I'm in the Hornets and Bulls, not because I love the Hornets and Bulls, but because that's how I got my CS score up. Then we've got the Christmas Day game raffle, which is always fun and it's always great. Will it affect many people? No, but will it be cool marketing? Yes. So, hope you win. Then, flash challenges. This was interesting. This is the hardest flash challenge they ever released. You needed rare moments and hollows. So what do you think happened? Top Shot user base was like, wah, I want a Cool Cat Series 1. What about me? Or whatever, release 1. And you know what I say? This is a good lesson. People, not every challenge is for you. Not every flash challenge is for you. Not every showcase is for you. Top Shot users need to learn this. The sooner, the better. And then we won't be aping into literally everything that Top Shot offers to us. We have to be selective. Then we had the first and last. Sure, why not? I don't really care what they do. If we get to win packs for holding moments, that's the idea here. So if it's first and last people to score a three-pointer, if it's the last person to drink Gatorade on the bench, I don't care. But whatever we get rewarded with, that's what I care about. Then we had NFL All Day drop the other day. Did it go well? Not particularly. There were delays, there were issues. It was a bit like the Nine Lives Lounge, honestly, with the velvet curtain. Let me get that going right now. Idea being, those in this drop could not talk about it, could not share anything about it. Very secret. You had to wear your mask with the big nose on it. So it was a little weird, but if you got it, I hope you were happy with it. I personally did not get it. I kept on refreshing and I had this little yellow bar come up and down the screen. The legendary 1 of 1 was a punt. A lot of people were like, what is Dapper doing? Why is the legendary moment a punt? And the way I think about this is, would I have had my first pack have a legendary punt? No, I would not. But again, you have to be a collector who decides what they want to collect and decides if a pack is worth your $250 if the legendary moment is a punt. And if you don't want that, then just sit out. Okay. Another interesting thing that happened, and I'm sure TST has an opinion on this, is we saw the value or the price of the Cool Cat set absolutely crater after that. I don't know if it was because of the punt or what it was, or if people thought this was the end of their utility, but people like sold off. It jumped back up, but it's still a general downtrend. Then Operation Dumbo drop. If you guys were with me the other day, that was super cool. Plunge Father started it. I continued it. And it doesn't seem, there we go. We got to talk about just a myriad of stuff with people. Everyone could just ask questions. It was super cool. I thought it was like a really cool progression of what office hours used to be, in my opinion. Would it be even better with more people from Dapper? Sure, it would. But it was super cool that people could actually get on the mic, ask whatever they wanted to. I thought it was really awesome, and I hope to do it again soon. So there you go. This week in NFTs and more. First of all, there's a whole lot of penguin drama. I don't know if you guys are paying attention, but apparently some dude got like a job offer and blah, 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 blah. Long story short, everyone got really angry, and there was a whole lot of drama the other day, including Elon Musk on one of the Twitter spaces. It's just a tricky space. And then we had this thing just happen right before I got on getting ready for the show. I see this guy says he just sold his ape for like 375 Ethereum, which is something like $1.5 million more or less. And then literally before I start the show, someone points out that he then transferred back to the wallet that bought the ape $925,000. So again, this is just like the Wild West. Everything is sketchy. Trust nobody, believe no one. I'm actually a reptile. I'm not even human. And just know that this is a weird space and not everything you read is real. Anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the week that was on Top Shot and NFTs. So nobody deserves to get rugged in life, in duck races, in everything. So my next guest, again, I told you about him, special guy, because I've been following him since I began on this Top Shot journey of ours. So let's bring him in. TST, let's run that video. All right, let me get you back on here. There he is, TST. Thanks for joining.
Thanks for having me. What a great video there.
Yeah, I appreciate that you appreciate that video. The moose, the teacher element, the Conan O'Brien. I don't know if you caught that, but Conan O'Brien is a rather tall man, and you are also a rather tall man. So that's why I went with Conan O'Brien.
What a connection there.
So anyhow, I thought it'd be interesting just because most people just know you as the dude who talks analytics about NBA Top Shot. So I thought it'd be interesting just to take a couple seconds, couple minutes, just to learn a little bit about you. I know you're a big Raptors fan. I know you're in Canada. What part of Canada are you in? You're near Toronto?
I'm in Montreal, actually. So another big city, one of our few in Canada. So I'm about 6 hours from Toronto. I grew up halfway between Montreal and Toronto. So I actually never have lived in Toronto. I'm just a huge Raptors fan. So people think that I'm from there, or people think that I currently live there. But it's just purely from my fandom. Do have some family that live there, so I do end up in the city somewhat regularly, but I've never lived there.
Got it. And parlez-vous français?
Oui, je parle français.
Okay. And are you eating what are they called? The cheesy curds?
Cheese curds. I mean, if you have a poutine, you have to you get some cheese curds on there. But I think for the most part, I'm less stereotypically Canadian than others. Like I'm not a big maple syrup fan.
Damn it.
But I don't really like hockey. So although I'm sure I do have some of the stereotypes, not all fit here.
So but you like poutine? What's it called again? Poutine?
Poutine.
How often are you eating poutine?
Less than I thought, because like poutine is like a typically Quebec thing. It's all over Canada now, but I thought I'd eat a lot more moving here when I did. But I mean, it is absolutely delicious. Who doesn't like fries, gravy, and cheese? So
Yeah, I know. I had it when I was out there, and it's incredibly good. And you're a tall man. How tall are you?
6'3", 6'4".
So rather tall. And are you balling pretty regularly? You're playing basketball?
I wouldn't say I'm balling regularly. I coach, so I'm in the gym regularly, but I don't actually play regularly. My body's broken down these days, so it's been a while since I've got to actually play as much as I'd like.
Got it. So you're like Zion in a way. I don't know if you saw my S1 pack, but I ripped Zion's handles. A beautiful moment, by the way. And then now it's like his foot is just like splitting in half, and he can't play basketball. And oh man, the world is fudding Zion right now. They're calling him the next Greg Oden.
I unfortunately made that connection or made that statement. I think yesterday in my Discord, I said I'm getting a little bit of Greg Oden vibes. I really hope not. That'd be a real shame. But I've always kind of thought he was a little overrated, including when he was at Duke. I thought he had a huge rising up, right? He wasn't even the number one recruit on his team. He was like number 3. And then he just shot out the gates and became clearly the number one prospect out of the 3. But I've always kind of thought he was a little overrated, and it was kind of like his fame was bigger than his actual basketball play. But I really hope that he can get some things settled. I think he needs to call up Steph Curry's trainers that remade his ankles or something, because I think he's got some biomechanic things he has to fix.
Interesting. I mean, you said the nice thing in the end. I wanted to first give you the spicy. But yeah, I think he just looks really big. I think that's the issue. He looks really fat, and if you're carrying a lot of weight, it all goes to your knees and your feet. You're right.
Yeah.
Unless you think he's doing the James Harden thing, where he shows up pregnant to the shoot around and then gets traded.
Well, he needs to make those trade demands more public if that's what he's doing.
Yeah, well, I certainly hope he gets healthy, because yeah, I'm surprised though that you think he's overrated. I just think like he does seem like a force in the paint. He's almost like an old school basketball player. But of course, that kind of a player gets limited as they get older. But he's still so young that.
Yeah, for me, it's less so that like I think he's just more famous than he is as good as a basketball player. Like, and that just like often happens. Like I think Kyrie is this way as well. Like his fame is bigger than his basketball play. Not to say that like he is an amazing basketball player, but has like some of the like biggest shoe sales and stuff like that. It's super popular with younger kids that only watch like House of Highlights and don't actually watch games and stuff. So that's more what I mean by that. Not that he wouldn't be successful if he wasn't injured, or that he isn't successful.
So you think Kyrie is more famous as like a promotional man than a basketball player?
No, what I mean is that his stardom, you could say, or his superstardom, comes from not just basketball, but because of his pop culture relevance.
That's fair. Yeah, that's undeniable. So I mean, some of the biggest names in their stardom. You got like Steph Curry with his ugly sneakers. Are those sneakers still ugly? Has he like improved upon those sneakers? Would you wear Under Armour Steph Curry sneakers?
I'd have to see what the newest ones are. What were those? The Steph Curry threes that were the dad shoes?
Yeah. Because like Steph Curry, he's like larger than life. I mean, those are the kind of like LeBron, Steph Curry. But yeah, Kyrie's up there in terms of just star power for sure. And Zion was getting up there too. But now he's slinging Mountain Dew. And why did he film that? Why did he film that ad? Like playing video games and drinking Mountain Dew.
Yeah, bad timing, bad timing.
That was really bad. Yeah, so Tanny with a spicy take here. I'm gonna have to give him a spicy take real quick.
Spicy.
Kyrie would be nobody if he didn't win the championship with LeBron. I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, he's an all-star player even without the championship. But he just gets away with the ridiculousness that he can talk about now because he won a championship, I think. But anyhow, let's see what this guy's saying you're wrong. His relevance, and I think this is Kyrie, is only due to his basketball. It just gives him gives him a platform to branch into other areas because he's relevant, aka his whack views. And he said, you know what though? I better tread carefully because I remember that this one guy was watching my stream and I started talking about Kyrie and he was like, I couldn't even watch the rest. It's like I closed out. Like I hope the stream was good, but I couldn't even stomach it. Like, geez. Yeah, this guy's saying Kyrie's never been happier in his life, and that why doesn't he just retire? That would be a real shame. Like even when Kyrie was on the Celtics, like I just loved his skills so much that I didn't even mind that he thought the world was flat. Like I love watching his skill set on the basketball court.
I mean, he's an amazing talent, and what he can do with the ball is there's very few, if none other, that can do what he can do with the ball in his hands. So, like, it would be a shame if he retires, but I think too, it'll be interesting, kind of Brooklyn, if they ever decide to kind of be like, okay, like our window's closing here. Do we ship you off and try to get another piece in? If it's not just looking at this from a like long-term thing, but like maybe we only have two or 3 years with shots at this with the team we have now. So if we're like missing out on one of those by keeping you around, if he never plays this year, then maybe they look to move him. Who knows?
I don't know. Like why don't we just see a Ben Simmons for Kyrie trade?
No, I don't know. I don't know if I like that.
No, you don't like it.
No. That's okay. Just people playing with the trade machine. It's easy to match salaries, I think.
Exactly, but why not? I mean, you fix both issues. Although Ben Simmons in Brooklyn would probably be an absolute mess. He would just be under the microscope, and he'd miss like one free throw and go into hiding or something. But Steve's over here. Good morning, Steve. Hope you're enjoying your Cheerios. And he's saying he would wear Steph Curry slippers. He doesn't care. He loves Steph Curry. He does the shimmy.
Yeah. There's not many bigger Steph Curry fans than Steve out there. So I wouldn't be surprised if Steve was rocking the Steph Curry dad shoes either.
I wouldn't
got
either.
A couple kids over there.
Yeah, Steve, if you're wearing them, DM me. I'll get you on screen right now. We can show them live. Just let me know. Yeah, we got John Wall sitting out. We got this guy saying Kyrie is way better than Simmons. It's true. Kyrie, I would agree with that. He is way better than Simmons. Simmons can't perform a fundamental skill, which I believe would be shooting or layups in the playoffs. Those are fundamental skills. So let's take it to Top Shot for a second. What is interesting to you at the moment on NBA Top Shot? Because I believe that you also feel that right now, sort of like Top Shot's sort of like humming along. Nothing too crazy is going on. I mean, it's dipping. It's sort of like it might be like a tax harvesting dip at the moment, where people are just undercutting like crazy on like a liquid moment, which is definitely a bummer. But how are you feeling about Top Shot at the moment? Are you as excited?
I think they're like finding their footing right now. I think people have overreacted to Series 3 so far because we haven't really gotten much from Series 3. I would argue that Fresh Threads was a success. They're getting their footing with these flash challenges that I think are a really good thing. We're going to get Deck the Hoops eventually, in the next week or so, I bet. The announcement, at least, if not the actual drop. And that'll be like our real, like, rare legendary that we'll get from Series 3. And then maybe we can start to judge it, right? Those were the ones that the mint count didn't change much, if not went down. So if people are so worried about oversupply and we haven't even had an opportunity to see what rare and legendary are going to shake out in S3, I think that we're maybe judging S3 a little early. But I think in the new year is when we're going to see things heat up again.
I think that's a fair guess. I would think that's very likely, actually. But what do you make of it when they do release these S3 packs and the community freaks out and starts undercutting all their moments and getting all worried and look, I'm trying to make sense of that, like especially when they told us it was going to happen, but people are still reacting in a very, very negative way. Like, what do you make of that?
I think that just is like indicative of the space we're in. I think all NFTs are compared to each other when I don't think that is true. And I think in like 3-4 years, we'll have segments of NFTs that are compared to each other. And, we'll have some that are just purely used for the technology basis and not really ever thought to be for extreme value or different fluctuations or market wise. So I think it's partly because we're comparing it to the rest of the NFT space. A lot of it has to do with the fact that just like right now, Top Shot isn't where you can make a ton of money, and there is other spaces. I mean, maybe it's more of a bear market in all of NFTs as well right now. I'm not as tuned in with the rest of the NFT space. Not that I don't partake in it at all. I'm just not like in the day to day, I would say. But it's definitely like the problem I think with Top Shot is that it's opportunity cost. Like right now, it's hard to argue with holding off for the next week, the next month, when you can get stuff cheaper. And I think we're starting to maybe understand that commons aren't going to ever really boom. And those rares and legendaries, well, the opportunity cost part is hard to predict, right? Like, if it takes off, then you might miss the boat. But if you buy now, you might have been able to buy a little later at a better price.
So then that sort of leads me to the question, which is, I know that you joined around February. Did you join February or earlier?
I joined like the very, very end of January.
Okay.
But like when I joined, I bought like an OG or a Fred Van Vliet for like $2 just to make sure that my credit card was connected. And then I was in the first Cool Cats drop, which like was all messed up. And the only reason I ended up being able to get a pack was because like they sent out a link afterwards to certain people that it was all messed up. And then it was just like all the different like craziness of pack drops back then, and you didn't know when they're happening, middle of the night or whatever. But I wasn't like I'm very like I'm not someone who takes risks financially, so I didn't like go crazy and buy stuff. So I was always like trying to make profit and just build off of like my initial investments. So so it meant that I didn't get to take advantage of that like end of January that I was there, but it also meant that I didn't get burned like many others.
Okay, because I think that says a lot about where your head's at. Because I think maybe it's also like an age thing. I mean, I guess I'm considered old on Top Shot. I'm like 38. But I think I mean, how old are you?
I'm 31.
Okay, so I don't know if I was aping as much when I was in like my early 30s, perhaps. Because what happened for me, I was paying attention to that subreddit Wall Street Bets really closely, like right at that time. So I was already in this like massive gambling mind, and then I hit Top Shot, and then I'm like went way over the top. So I think a lot of people were in that similar space, and so I think that if you were in the spot that you were in, where you sort of took it more cautiously and you like tried to build up from the packs, then you don't care as much about what the market is doing. Do you think would that be accurate?
I wouldn't say I don't care. I would say that maybe I don't feel as like personally attacked. I guess I feel like people feel that like when they put out more supply, it's like a personal attack on them. So I would definitely see that. But like I'm concerned. I'm more concerned for the community, right? Whether it be the current users or the future users, because if the future users come in and everyone that has been on the platform has gotten like they're like beat down, they're not going to have a good time either. So like I more care for the other people and the community as a whole.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. And you got a lot of people who pay attention to you, and I'm sure a lot of the people paying attention to you are in that segment who got beat down. I think that is probably like one of Top Shot's biggest challenges at the moment, which is just like how do you fix the sentiment of so many people who do feel like personally attacked, like the way you just described it? That is not an easy thing to solve, honestly. But do you think that what they're doing now, like, is there anything that you would do differently? Is there anything like, tell us, I know that you're pro Flash challenges. Is there anything more you would do? Or like what would you do if you were given like the marketing keys for a couple months at NBA Top Shot to sort of show those people that you care?
I'd hire someone that actually knows what they're doing, first of all, and then just have them do everything and then just collect my paycheck. But
That's
no,
like a cheating answer, but
no,
okay.
but like I don't try to think that I know better than the professionals that are there. Like I'll give my input here and there, but I think there's a lot more going behind the scenes than we get to know about. So I think there are things in the works. I think it's really important that we do get to see some of these teams involved, or like just like the more like they've kind of done the big things. Like we have the Christmas thing coming up, and those are awesome, and it got everyone excited. But then like the fact that so few people on the platform get to benefit from that. So I think it's once we see people benefit in other ways, it will be a driver, and just that will improve sentiment for people. And I know like some people like, I don't care about a jersey. I don't care about, it's like not everything is going to be for every single person. And I think that's what's going to be important, is that there's different avenues for different people to pursue, or different levels of collectors to get value from the moments they have.
Yeah, and something I was thinking about that too is like, just because it's not your cup of tea, if you care about the value of your moments, then you care about it being other people's cups of tea. Like, me and Steve in our Steph Curry slippers, very far away from any NBA stadiums, we care that people like you are freaking out over going to the games, because then that makes the whole ecosystem more vibrant and healthy in that sense, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, another question was, is Top Shot cool? Like, I mean, I don't know if you told me you heard it. You heard LG drop in the other day, and he was like trying to answer that question, saying, "Well, like, why does Top Shot need more users?" Like, a lot of people think that the answer to Top Shot's woes is they, quote unquote, turn on the marketing and bring on tons of new users. First of all, like, do you think that's something that's lacking right now, and do you think Top Shot is cool?
So does it need more people? Yes. If their goal is to be the future of fandom, like NBA now is one of the biggest global things, and it's only improving globally in comparison to the other like American sports. Yeah, if they want to be what they say they are in the future of fandom, then absolutely it needs more users. That's without a doubt in my mind. If they actually want to be integrated within the NBA like life, then yes, they need almost all basketball fans to, at least have like tried it out in a way, I would say, or like at least know what it is, and they don't. So I would say yes, we need more people, and not necessarily do we need like them all to be as addicted as obsessed as we are, that we're spending a Sunday afternoon either talking about this or listening to this. But I do think we do. Whether it's cool or not, I don't know. I'm a basketball junkie. I think it's cool. I still think that like opening packs is cool. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm also like a nerd. I don't know. So, but but what I will say is I still think that there's plenty of people that don't know about it that will find it cool.
I think you're right. And I also think in a big way, we need the app. I know I've been harping on that. Like we really need the app. Um, it just makes it way more accessible. You can show things on your phone way easier, just show how cool you are. And and hopefully like something around that hardcourt idea. I know it's hardcourt sort of been stuffed under the couch for now, but I hope it comes back up. But anyone who's in this call on a Sunday afternoon is super cool. In fact, not only are you super cool, but you're some of our highly regarded only tans. Oh yeah. We love you, only tans. So here's some other things people are saying. Ahmad really wants game audio. I mean, I would love Mike Breen on every single quote, every single clip if I could. Steve is saying, "Are we not?" And he's wearing slippers in this question, by the way, just to paint the scene. He's got his bowl of Cheerios right here. He's got his coffee, and he's wearing his slippers. Are we not judging this season too early? We've only had base packs. We haven't had anything cool to give us run it back hype, for example. Yeah, I think personally, Steve, I would agree with that. I think people are just like salty because the packs aren't very good. There's not like big rips to get other than the 3 badge rookies. And I think people just want to see more. Like they one of the critical takes of the packs is like stop selling so many packs. You're just kind of putting more money in the piggy bank and we're not seeing the benefit yet. So I don't know what you think about that. But at the same time, like if I'm running Dapper as a business, you do what your customers tell you that they want to buy. So if the customers tell you we want to buy everything you put out with not a single pack left, then you keep putting it out, right?
Yeah, I mean, like these base packs are base packs. Like I don't know, like we can't be judging all of Series 3 on these, and that's like it in my mind. But like the thing is that like the funny part is that like we know what the supply is going to be at a minimum, right? We know that it's at least 60,000, and the market actually has done a pretty good job, I think, in evaluating the 60Ks. With a few exceptions here and there, but besides the like, obviously right now they're a little boosted because of trade-in tickets. But if we just look in generally, like we don't see like certain players like super run up. They might be $1 more, and that's it. Even though these are at circulations of like 18,000, 20,000, and they're still priced lower than the 35K, 40K. So I think we've done a decent job from a market standpoint of not overvaluing these moments like it has happened in the past. But it just means like what I have a hard time believing is why the card market can exist in which like people open a pack and it's not worth the amount of the pack, but then people can't start to wrap their head around that here just yet, even though that's what they've been like telling us for so long. And it's always going to have more value, I think, than that cardboard pack because there's other things you can do with it. But I think also just like we're going to see a lot of dynamics change when we see rare and legendary happen in Series 3. So I'm kind of, maybe I'm more patient than others in this space, and that's where I have a hard time wrapping my head around things.
Well, I have two things that I'm thinking when you say that. But first of all, what do you think changes when they add in the rare and legendary packs in your mind?
Well, a couple things will happen. One, we'll get to see the effect collector score. Is Series 2 undervalued right now for our collector base? Is it undervalued for future collector base? That won't necessarily have the answer to, but maybe it's only one, maybe it's neither. And then the other would be, what are the value of these packs going to be? like from a EV standpoint, from a median standpoint, from a loser pack standpoint. Is every, S3 hollow pack going to be profitable? Is every legendary pack going to be profitable? Is there going to be some loser packs there? Because I think that will have a lot bigger a bigger effect on the sentiment towards Series 3 than what these base packs do.
See, I think that those packs have to be valuable. And it's not just because I'm a whiner. It's because I think that if collector score requirements are going to be high, then it just seems like if you're gonna make people, well, not make people, but if the cost of getting into this queue is like spend a lot of time, energy, and money building that collector score, don't you feel like you sort of should be rewarded, or do you think that's another whine?
No, absolutely. I think that's going to be the most vital thing for the health of Top Shot in the short to medium term, is that these rare and legendary packs are profitable. But in a way, I mean, in some ways, so I have 2 points on this. The first is that it's going to be extremely crucial that Dapper chooses the right price point for these packs for the rare and legendaries. And the second part is, in a way, they don't control whether they are profitable, right? The market controls that. They've already made the decision of mint counts. They've already really made the decision of players to a certain extent, right? Like Hollows is the top 3 players of each team. I think they're doing a better job of play selection, and I think we'll see that in the MGLEs and Hollows. But after that, if people are going to sell for under a price, they can't really control that. So I think, but that is why I think the price point of the packs is so important. And I think that they really need to look at this and say, okay, we are controlling these packs through collector score and not price point, right? If they make hollow icons worth $1,000, that eliminates a lot of people who are going to pay for it. And then in theory, it's only people that either can take that financial risk or are really, really passionate about the platform that will buy those packs, say $1,000, $2,000, whatever amount you want. Okay, let's make these packs only $500, but make collector score 20,000. Okay, so now we've said that if you have 20,000, you're proving to us that you've either invested a whole lot of time or a whole lot of money into this platform. Therefore, you are going to be rewarded with this pack. And then you'll still have, the general queue where any collector can still get it, right? Like I think priority queues was great for this as well. Like giving any collector kind of the chance. But that's where I think the price point of the packs is going to be super crucial. And they were doing, once they did those throwback packs, I think that really helped some sentiment when they did the throwback prices for Series 2, Hollow, and MGLE. They've been creeping up kind of since. We haven't seen I think the last one was like $7.99 was the last legendary we saw. If it gets up into the $9.99, I think that that isn't going to be a good thing for the health of the short and midterm of this.
Yeah, I think you're right on. I think there was so much positive sentiment when they did those throwback prices, and I think that was like as a reaction to the throwdown packs, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd say we're in a similar place sentiment wise. So if they come right back out and just say like, oh yeah, it's going to be $1,200 and enjoy. That's going to be I think that's going to be a problem. The sentiment is just going to continue downward. Like this is such an easy play, in my opinion, that they can pull, which is just like, we want to reward you guys and make it cheaper, make the collector score requirement a little higher. But the thing that I also want to say is like they have all the data. Like they have so much data. They have so much predictive data and models that they can run. So even though you're saying that like they can't control if people are going to undercut and this and that, I just think that they probably have so much data that they almost could predict exactly what will happen in a way. Like I don't think they're just surprised when they say we're going to release this many moments into the ecosystem at this price, and is it going to go well or not. I feel like they could probably run some models on that. I'd be pretty surprised if they can't.
But are you saying that like like what's the variables they can change to make them more profitable or less besides the price of the pack? Is there something else you're saying?
Well, the price of the pack and how many moments are released in those packs, like how big what is it? Like there were too many throwdown moments, for
Yeah.
example. Like there's too many. So if they had tightened that up and had like maybe bigger name players, less packs, etc., there wouldn't have been this negative sentiment about the throwdowns pack, most likely.
But most of that has already been decided within the roadmap, right?
Okay, that's true. So then they can change the price. If they made
Yeah.
the throwdowns price half of what it was, then you wouldn't see the stamping of the feet
Yeah.
in Top Shot land.
Yeah, for sure. I think the price of packs is going to be absolutely crucial for them. And look, if you're asking me what numbers I'd like to see, like I'd like to see legendaries be no more than 500 and rares no more than 100.
That'd be amazing.
And
I
like,
think everyone on here would go nuts, and I think you'd see people like flip and make good profits for those who want to do that. And that's not necessarily a bad thing either. Like I feel like a lot of Top Shot, hates these so-called rent seekers. But as long as that collector score is high enough, then you get those rent seekers out of the platform for the most part. And having stories of people who put in 100 and flip it for 1,000, that's really good for Top Shot, I think. I mean, that um, there's two sides to every story. Like you can say that it's not a place to just try to flip and make money, but on the other hand, a very big part of NBA Top Shot, whether people want to admit it or not, is people that are trying to make some money. And I think that the more we pretend that's not the case, I think is harmful.
but yeah, any collectible isn't collectible if it has no monetary value.
Right.
There's only like, I mean, yes, people collect things that have sentimental value, but these are not, very few of these are sentimental. Some could argue, I was at that game or something like that. But
Right.
like in the same way that someone would collect like a ticket stub that they actually went there. But like if we're talking physical collectibles in the real world, most of it stems because they're interested in that, or they think it's cool, or they can kind of show it off. But if it goes to zero, then no one would really want to collect anything that has like no value.
Yeah, like it's a little bit of a spicy take on my side, and maybe you can like get rid of this spiciness that I'm feeling. But like I always think it's a little funny to me when we talk about how cool like the footage is and how awesome like yeah, I get it, but that's not what people are here for at the end of the day, I think. There's a small percentage of the people that you're talking about that, okay, I love my team. They're having a great season. I feel really good that I can have a $2 moment from a game that I remember. But I just think that that is a smaller segment than the people who are here because they enjoy the speculative nature. It's almost like an NBA player stock market. I think that is like a much larger segment if we're being honest. So I don't have anything against improved clips, and even you guys love the thumbnails. I also love the thumbnails. Like that new Steph Curry thumbnail is amazing, honestly. But I just feel like there's some disconnect there, and sometimes I think about like people who are collecting a legendary moment for 3, 5, even $20,000. Somebody bought a $20,000 Steph Curry Deck the Hoops the other day. Like that guy's not buying a $20,000 Steph Curry Deck the Hoops because he loves Steph Curry. Most likely, he's mostly likely buying it because he thinks it's going to go up in value.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably some super well-off people that are doing it to kind of flex, and maybe they are like a huge Warriors fan and to show it off and all those type of things. But you're right in that, like, that segment exists, but like that segment exists in each one of us as well.
Exactly.
So like it's like I find it very hard to believe if there's anyone in here that really cares zero about their account value. There may be
No.
people that care zero about it currently, in that they have such a long term that they don't check it, they don't care, if things are in the red, because they think, in the long term it's going to work out or whatever. I think there are people that think more like that, but no, there's no one that doesn't care about the monetary value of these things at all. I think maybe too much of the collector base does compared to basketball because of what drew people in, and it was that boom, and that is why a large portion of the people are here is because of that boom, and it attracted people that might have less interest in basketball, but it's where we are now, so we can't ignore the fact that we are there.
Exactly.
But kind of going back on your points, like I don't know if like anyone like buys because I'm such a, for me personally, like I'm such a Raptors fan, that's why I think I think when we see utility for team stuff or more connection from teams and stuff like that, then you can make an argument that people are buying it for that reason a little more, or maybe people are like waiting to. Like personally, like I was super worried when I had sold all my Raptors S2 floor moments during the Chris Bosh, because then they make this announcement that like we're going to get some information to team leaderboards and stuff like that. But like I've unloaded like, I don't know, 3,000 in collector score to take some profits. And then now I'm like slowly buying them back. But like I was worried that I was going to miss this like huge announcement, and then their prices were going to be higher and stuff, because I think that is going to be like kind of like the fan connection to your team, and gives value to those, $2 moments or whatever.
Yeah, I think you're right on with that. And then one thing that I wanted to add though was I think it's really important actually what you just said, which was that what got us here is sort of what built the narrative of Top Shot. Like that big huge pump and all that attention is what made Top Shot what it is today, for better or for worse. And you made a comment about pack values and about people sort of having to get over what it was. I don't know if I'm like not remembering correctly, but you said something like people need to sort of understand that not every base pack is a winner or something like that. But I think what's hard is that it's like almost ingrained in the DNA. It's like if Mrs. TST like invites you over her house for a first date and cooks you a beautiful meal, what's your favorite food?
Oh, I don't know. Pizza.
All right. So she makes like a thin crust, amazing pizza. She gets the cans from Italy, and it's just like the best pizza you ever had. You're like in love as you bite this pizza, and you're like, oh wow, I've found the one. And then the next week you come back, and she's like stirring up some instant macaroni and cheese. You're gonna be like, what happened? What happened to pizza? And then the next week it's like more instant Kraft macaroni and cheese. And I think that's in my mind what happened to a lot of people. And it's hard, even that that Kraft macaroni and cheese, and some people love Kraft macaroni. I'm not throwing Kraft macaroni and cheese under the bus, but some people, it's like hard to get past the fact that you had that amazing pizza that first week. And even though you should know better, like you still can't help yourself. And I feel like there's a lot of people like that.
Yeah. I mean, but like you'll learn eventually, I guess, by getting burned, whether maybe you're like burning your tongue by eating that Kraft straight off the stove, thinking that it'll be something different if you eat it a little faster or something. I don't know. But like, I think a healthy spot for us to be is that, that we get our non-base pack commons, that those packs, we have a positive EV on those, and that we have a loser pack that is like maybe only $1 or $2, the worst pack possible. And then rares, I think a loser pack has to be break even, and legendary loser pack has to be break even. If we're at that spot going forward through S3, I think we'll be in a good spot.
100%. I totally agree with that. Oh man, where's my I think you should leave thing? Hold on.
That is a good idea.
Yeah, I wrote it down.
Oh, nice.
That is a good idea. Had something else and now it's escaping me. Let's see here. We could, and you know what you could tell me actually, and we even have a video for it. I want to know like where you believe the value is right now.
Where is it? Where is it?
So where does TST believe the value is currently on the market?
Jeez. That's tough. So I don't want to mislead anyone, man. Like I hate that part of whenever I make a video and it's like, I think this, or like this should happen or whatnot. And I know that's why like so many people want to watch and everything. But I feel so bad because I don't want to mislead anyone. I think
Well,
there
you
is
could
some.
say that you just want to sit on the sidelines. That's okay too. I mean, you
No,
got to
no, no, I
keep it
can't
real.
not answer that question. Like I think if the platform's going to take off, if collector score is going to be a part of the future, then there is some lower value in the S2 floors and some bottlenecks, some 12Ks. So I had that video in the summer talking about 12K moments that were undervalued, or just I think in general compared to once the S3 announcements started coming, or speculating on what the S3 moments. So I definitely think that those are some. There's some rookie moments that are undervalued, some 4Ks from Series 2 and Series 3 that are currently undervalued. The problem and the good thing about that is that those are basketball based. So it's because there's players that we don't know right now that are going to kind of blow up. And like I can't guarantee you which ones, whether I like them as a basketball player or not. There's so much that can happen in career. So I think there is some there. So if you're like someone who has a strong thought about a player, or just wants to like sprinkle some random seeds around, then I would say 4K rookie moments are some. I think maybe some S2 MGLEs. And like you could probably argue hollow as well, but like that's so far out of my range, and I'm sure many people's range, that I can't even conceive what is undervalued or overvalued, because it's all out of my price range. But that's what I'd say. And then you could probably make some arguments for Series 1 Top Shot debuts, but I just wouldn't touch that right now until all those packs are out, really.
So that's like a year and a half from now.
Like a year.
Yeah. I think this point is good, is one you already made, the S2 comments for collector score. I think that's true. I don't know if we'll see like as big of jumps in them. I think it all depends. Generally speaking, you probably want to look at lower circulation moments, unless you just get super lucky and guess on somebody like Miles Bridges and you buy him, and then all of a sudden he becomes Top Shot's darling. KD 7500s at 100. PackDrip just bought one of those. I remember when that was like $800 not so long ago. Top Shot, Hot Shot, he likes the Beverly and Aubrey fresh threads.
Yeah, so
I have
like
that Aubrey fresh thread.
Those are like kind of short-term ones that like once they get a 60K, the value in those are gone.
Yeah.
But the second we get a collector score announcement, there might be some people heading towards those to build up their collector score, because they're required for Minnesota and Charlotte.
Yep, exactly. This guy is Alex saying, what's the point in stacking for CS when they always make the CS requirement low? So far, with a ton of bonuses, I think he means the market spend bonus. I mean, so far, Alex, they've been low, but I don't think that means they're going to remain low. Like when we get the deck the hoops, I'd be very surprised if it's super low.
I think also like it depends. Like when we're talking stacking for collector score, like if you're already above 10K, then you're probably like safe for the short time being, and stacking those aren't necessarily a good thing. But like there's a lot of people that have started, Top Shot in the summer and stuff, that are, some of this segment of people that are really into Top Shot are actually relatively new. I would say, like, I think a lot of people left from the February and are just not coming back. And we actually have been picking up some passionate people. And I say this just from people commenting on my videos in Discords and all the other on Twitter and stuff. Like, not everyone was here for the boom that are like some of the most diehard people, which I think is a great thing. And those people are still like working on building it up. But yeah, like if you're already at 10,000, then, stacking them isn't necessarily a good thing for you personally. And maybe you want to be looking at kind of upgrading your collection a different way. But like we've seen these floors be, $5 for the base moments for collector score. We've seen certain team sets that floor be like $7 for like Charlotte, Minnesota. So right now you can see them and you can be picking them up for like $3 right now.
Charlotte's at $3? No,
not Charlotte. Sorry. I'm talking like S2 in general.
Right.
But like when I was building my Raptors to qualify for the Hollow, The floor is like $5, and I had to snipe every single one for $3 or $4.
Right.
And the floor is like $5 or $6. Right now, you can probably get them for like about $4. So it's the popularity of the team and the S2 bonus. So like one thing I suggest doing is if you're looking to kind of like buy floor ones that are cheaper, is like look for an S2 one. Like you don't want to go after Houston that has an MGLE in it to get the full team set. Those are always going to be the floor of the floor because less people are going to finish that bonus.
Yeah. And it's always a good idea to go look at like OTM, NFT to get a good look at which sets are most affordable. But Ahmad thinks people are sleeping on Sengun. Top Shot, Hot Shot, he's also frustrated about the low CS scores. But yeah, like I'm saying, I think it's going to change. Rui's, I mean, I haven't been spending enough time keeping track on these guys, but I think Rui is definitely someone that he's a great player. Julius Randle for MVP. A lot of people think Julius Randle for MVP is a bot, so it's nice to see that he's not a bot. Hello, Julius Randle. He picked up 2 Penguins. I don't know. Does he mean Sengun? I don't know. Unless he's talking about Pudgy Penguins like we were talking about at the start.
Penguins.
Oh, yeah, all right. He picked up 2 Pudgy Penguins and a KD 7500. Terrence is laughing at you for hollows. Oh, there we go. Senguns, Julius Randle. You see, that was a robot. So it's like 5 minutes. Like, wait a second. I meant Sengun. We got Lonzo. Yeah, Lonzo. He skyrocketed the other day. That S2. I mean, I imagine they're gonna release an S3 for him soon. Raw likes Kemba fresh threads, potential bottleneck, I guess. That was like a low completion rate, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. Was it Kemba fresh threads kind of low?
Was Lonzo not lower than him though? I thought Lonzo
could have been.
was.
So maybe Lonzo, but he's a
We'll
potential bottleneck. That's going to be the only Kemba Nick moment probably. People care about that. Let's see what else. Yes, S1 MGLE, the price of what S1 Commons used to be. I know, Smush. I was there too in February. I know. People are saying when they're from. We got October, we got November. Utah's at $3. BRB is going to go buy them. Julius Randle's like $2 S2 comments. He's going to go buy those. Yeah, there he is, the bot. A lot of people chiming in here. Steve is not actually in slippers, and he's saying that Patty Mills, Kyrie ruined that. Because he's no longer 6th player of the year, 6th man of the year. Shouldn't you be happy, Steve? He's like getting more minutes. Isn't that what you want?
He wanted that hardware. He wanted that hardware.
Yeah, he wanted the hardware instead.
To go along with his Olympic medal there.
Yeah. Eco doesn't want to buy a legendary moment. I think we try and sell off Lonzo fresh threads before 60K comes out. That's not a bad idea. But, who knows? Maybe people are going to want to collect that set because it's affordable. Are you sniping right now for the S1 set, the S1 packs? Did you snipe your tickets already?
No.
Are you going to?
Not this next one, likely.
What's your take? You're going to wait until all the moments are $1?
Or at least that I can buy $2 without any effort.
Okay.
That's kind of my new philosophy on it. The first one I was contemplating, then I didn't have time, and I was just like, no, like I knew that if I wasn't spending more than $2 per ticket on those. And then kind of later I was like, okay, there was that moment during it where you could buy a bunch for $2. And if that moment presented itself again, maybe I'll do it. But then I also just like spent a bunch of my Dapper to finish the Raptor set. So I bought Scotty Barnes and all the other S3s that I was missing. So I'm a little Dapper poor right now. So we'll see. I think I'm just viewing it more as like I'll get many opportunities to decide to go for it or not. That doesn't mean I'll get an opportunity to actually buy a pack. Obviously, the earlier you get in, the more attempts you're going to have at it. But I don't think I'll be going for the next one, depending, of course, when they announce it. But
it's interesting, though, to think like how many people you think in total will want to buy it, because then maybe as it gets later and later, your chances actually don't get worse. At some point, maybe it like dips back the other way. because that
Well, I
would
mean,
obviously be the
people
optimal.
can go for another one, right? Like, are you gonna you could technically go for another pack. I don't
Yeah,
know what
but
your
I
feeling will be.
sniped all my tickets, and let me tell you, that was torturous, and I would never do it. Like, I don't want to do that again. Like, I'm so scarred. It was so annoying. I mean, imagine sniping like 300 $2 moments and failing on probably like 1,500 moments. Like, it's brutal. I was like, I'm on a phone call or I'm watching something in small screen, just sniping. It was pretty bad. So, yeah, that's
But
my
I mean,
take on
you
that.
pulled a pretty good pack.
I did. If Zion could get healthy, that would be great. But yeah, I mean, Giannis and Zion in one pack, I can't be mad. And Sabonis, hopefully, he gets traded to the Warriors. That would be just wonderful.
Was that PackDrip that was on with you when you did it?
Yeah, PackDrip was on that. He's my good luck charm. PackDrip was
Gotta
on
bring
with
him around.
the, yeah, he was on my WNBA run it back, and I got Cheryl Swoops, which is like the third highest moment.
Is he a Celtics fan too?
No, I think he's sort of like a fair weather Celtics fan. He's a Bucks fan, which
Oh, right. He's a huge Bucks fan. Sorry, it's
Yeah,
the green that must have confused me. I should know better.
he's a huge Bucks fan. He's got a clip of him in like the Boston Garden being like Bucks in 6, or like during like a like a playoff game. So yeah, that's upsetting, gotta say. Let's see. I think I asked you a bunch of questions here. So why don't we do a genie's wish, and then we'll do any last Q&A, because I know you got a little bit of a time limit. So let's get that genie's wish going, and then we'll get the Q&A. All right, here we go. The genie, poof, cloud of smoke right in front of that Duke jersey. And he goes, TST, here's the deal. I'm going to give you 3 random Toronto Raptors rare moments. You don't know what they're going to be. It might be 3 Boucher throwdowns at 55 apiece. It might be 3 run it back Lowrys at whatever that's at, like 400, whatever it is. But in return for this deal, for 1 month, your regular high school students are replaced with 20 or 25, however many are in that class, 25 of the loudest
35.
complainers, 35. So 35 high school students are now replaced with 35 of the loudest Top Shot complainers on Twitter. And you have to be their educator for a month. And you'll do your normal stuff, but half of the class, it's just going to be like office hours with TST about anything. They can ask you about things going on at the school, but most of the questions are going to be about complaining about Top Shot. And that's every day for a month. In return, you get 3 random Raptors rares. Do you take that deal?
I thought genies, I just got wishes. What is this? Having
This is
to give stuff up.
This is the genie's wish. This is my genie's wish, where it can be a sour deal. Like, I've been making them too easy lately, so I had to make it a little tougher for you. So
Fair
that's
enough,
a
fair
month
enough.
of this. On the low end, you might get 3 Bouchers, and that'll probably feel bad.
I think I may be shooting myself in the foot here, but I think I'm going to take the deal. and that is because basically I would get to talk about Top Shot at my job, which is like, I spend a lot of my time.
Even though it's going to be people being like, TST, I got a question. You're going to be like, yeah. He's like, when packs already? Why are they oversaturating the market? It's going to be that for like.
Maybe I can educate them and turn them. Maybe that's me being too much of an optimist. But yeah, I think just getting to talk about Top Shot at work all day would be fun. So I'll take it. I may regret it within one day, but at least, even if I regret it, I'll have 3 rare Raptors moments. So
yeah, all right. Well, let's see. I wish we could run the simulation. Like, whenever I ask these questions, I wish we could do it and then like check back in with that person. And they'd be like, "Oh my God, why'd you make me do this?" All right. Well, I know you're just about at time here. So guys, if you have any last questions, ask it now, and then I'm going to let TST get on with his Sunday. So let's just see. Imagine every day hearing when rake back in your class. Exactly. That's what every day would be for you.
I might have to take a couple sick days.
No sick days. It gets added. You get 2 extra days at the end of that month. That's what's going to happen. Here's a question. If they set trade tickets so high, would they have to assure access of a minimum low pull? Not sure what that question is asking exactly. Would they have to assure access or a minimum low pull? What is a minimum low pull, Quarter Maniacs? Does that make sense to you?
I assume what he's asking like a worst pack situation, like a minimum lowest value, maybe.
But how could there be a minimum? I mean, they don't know what you're going to get in the pack, right?
Yeah.
So,
So I think maybe that's.
so here's some questions. When Quack, Louis, it's coming. I know you want your revenge. Smush is asking, are you going to stream tonight?
Tomorrow night. We're pretty much
Tomorrow night.
Mondays now.
All right.
We had tried to do Sundays sometime, but it seemed like most of the time we ended up Mondays because of real life. So
Yeah, all right, that's probably a good idea. I can do it because it's like 11 at night for me, so my kid's asleep and it's good. All right. Well, no other really. I mean, here's one, but when rake back.
I guess he's trying to make me practice for the situation. Eh?
Why saturate the market? Why no utility? Like, there you go. This is. I guess we can start to simulate. Go ahead. He's sitting down with his hand up. Let's go here. Do you guys think they do challenges for run it backs that weren't ever in a previous challenge? That's true. They didn't get a lot of utility out of those, did they?
No, I think they kind of missed their mark, and I hope that maybe they learn from that. I think they were like using these showcase challenges at the time to kind of like they didn't know they were kind of stuck in this like, oh, we're moving towards showcase challenges, we don't know how we're going to use them completely. But then if you remember in the roadmap blog, they talked about how every challenge reward will like actually belong to the set, even if it's a showcase challenge, which wasn't true during the summer. So I hope that in the future they kind of follow that footprint and kind of do run it back rewards again, and it can still be using showcase challenge like they have, but they're part of the set again. Because if we see what they did with fresh threads, and I hope they continue that for at least all the non-base commons, that they use every single one at some point and gets that challenge utility. Whether or not they are the actual like bottleneck of the challenge or not doesn't matter, but at least that they're involved.
I think people would be happy if that happened. Here's a good one. If you were offered a job with Top Shot, would you stop collecting?
Like I assume I assume that question is, would I stop collecting to work at Top Shot? Because
Yeah, that's a question.
Because if it was an option, I could do both, and I'll do both. I don't know. It'd be hard. It'd be hard to do so. I think it might be easier for someone else that it's more naturally their field. If I was working for Top Shot, it's nothing like my job experience before. I think I would love to work there. I think it'd be a lot of fun. But giving it up would be weird, and it'd be hard to tell. But I think now, no, not even. Now I'm pretty much just as obsessed. I was gonna say now I would maybe lean more towards giving it up, but I don't know, just how much fun I have with it and interacting with people with it. I think that it would still be a really tough decision, but it would definitely depend on what is that job with them.
Yeah. And like once you work at the kitchen, the food doesn't taste as good. Once you work at the restaurant, the food's not as good anymore. That's a key point.
Like if my job was just coming up with challenges and stuff like that, then yeah, maybe I could give it up.
All right, we'll see. For me personally, I'm not really interested in working for Top Shot. I like being I kind of like you. I like talking about it, and I like my day job anyway. So I don't think I want to work at Top Shot currently. And then we'll do one more, and then we'll let you go. If you had $1,000 in Dapper, which you don't, because we know you're Dapper poor, what are you buying?
I'm 1,000 in Dapper right now. Probably. If we're talking like we're spending that on moments right now, all in one shot, I don't know what it's at. I haven't checked in a little while because I am Dapper poor, but I'd probably be selling something and buying OG semi-conference finals rare moment from S1.
Okay, a true Raptors fan. Well, all right, TST, I'll let you get to it. Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. I'm really happy we could finally make it happen. And do you want to? You can take the floor now. I'm sure everyone knows where to find you. I'd be absolutely shocked if people don't know your channel and your Twitter. But go ahead.
Okay, if you don't know, I'm at NBA Top Shot Talk on Twitter, NBA Top Shot Talk on YouTube. Do a weekly stream every Monday with John Boy Beats, so you can check it out tomorrow. And that's pretty much it. Thanks a lot for having me on. It was a nice chat. I appreciate it, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you soon.
Absolutely. All right. Well, go enjoy the rest of your Sunday and take care.
See ya.
All right. So that was TST, and that was a lot of fun. It meant a lot that I could finally get him on. I've been trying to get him on for quite a while. But, you know, some people have busy Sundays these days. So we got some more questions. Let's go over some of them here. Why does my account value go down every day? That's a question for TST when he takes on that genie's wish. When rake back? Well, Roham said it was coming in the next couple months. I have a feeling it might come around Christmas, just for the holiday spirit. Santa Claus is going to give you your rake back and flow coins. Why so many when packs? When packs? What do we have? Another base pack coming up, and then we're definitely gonna get that Christmas Deck the Hoops pack coming soon. Why so many packs? Money, and because it allows cheap moments for the newbie collector. When challenge, why is this challenge so hard? This is a lot of questions here, Eco. When challenge, I mean there's flash challenges 2 a week. I mean they're still even got the WNBA challenges if you're into that. And why is this challenge so hard? This challenge is so hard because Top Shot doesn't like you, Eco. All right. That's what's going on. Brittany thinks they need to bring back the old challenges, not showcase. Why? Because you want that little pump, don't you, Brittany? You want the pump. Is that why? Daniel is thinking, do you think there's a Steph Curry best three-pointer in the NBA challenge? I do think that people were speculating on that, which is why we saw people buy a bunch of Ray Allens, including friend of the show, actually, Jeb. What toppings on your pizza? Well, he's gone now. I mean, call me old-fashioned, but I think if a pizza place can do a great margarita, then it's primo. I mean, you can cover, like in Brazil, all right? Don't tell my wife, but we go to Brazil, and here's how they do the pizzas in Brazil. They cover those things in the pizza is like up to here. It's like they got like fried shrimp, they got slices of cheese, they got like marinara. It's all over the place. You know what they do in Brazil? They make pizza with like sweet stuff on it, like chocolate pizza with condensed milk. It's a travesty. But I think my spiciest take about pizza is that I personally like pineapple on pizza.
Spicy.
And if you don't, you're missing out. I like a Hawaiian pizza. I like a good pepperoni. It's got to be spicy. All right. Lemon pepper Lou MGLE. That's what Louis Locks is buying. It's probably because the name is similar. Brittany wants 2 Vince Carter S1s. It's crazy that you can get 2 now for 1,000, isn't it? Yeah, hit that like button and subscribe. Show some love. Hopefully, I haven't looked at where are we at on here? We got how many likes? We got 24 likes with 39 of you in the room. Come on now, guys. Hit that button. Smash that button. And Eco was just joking. I know, Eco, but I still think it's fun. I can joke back. See, it's the back and forth here. Yeah, that was the joke. Why? Why is your Christmas star dipping? Well, yeah, you know what? I didn't set that Christmas star up. I let my wife do it with my kid. I didn't do it. I was busy at the time. They were all excited to do it. I'm like, you guys do it. So bring back baller status. Who knows? Maybe it will come back. Geez, there's a lot of questions here. What are you expecting to see from the team channels? I think that this is going to be our way of interacting more with teams. I think you're going to see certain teams engage more. You want some alpha? I think that the Orlando Magic's one is going to be really interactive, as is, we already know the Sacramento Kings one is pretty interactive. So you're going to see players jump in. You're going to see live calls and things like that. Maybe. I don't know actually if you'll see that. But it's a way for the teams, if they want to do like a marketing play with Top Shot, to be like, oh, there's all our collectors. So that's what I think. Exactly. Let's go. Pineapples on pizza. Why am I watching Nets versus Pistons? I don't know. You should change the channel. Is it to reflect the market, the star? I think you're right, Steve. I think you're right. That should have been my exclamation gravity. You could save that for the duck race, Chris. You need those ducks running downhill, as they say in the NBA. All right, so you guys want to rip a pack? Because I got a couple of packs to rip. Should we rip a pack? Let's see what I got here. I got my archive set and I got my base set. Before we write, tell me what you want to rip in the chat, archive or base. Before we do it though, let me go take a look at how you guys are feeling about FOMO over NFL all day. We have 58% of you out of 52 votes. We got 58% of you saying you do not have FOMO. So we're going to end that poll. It's going to come up on there. We see some votes coming in too. We see you guys want to rip the archive pack, so we'll rip that. I got to get my LeBron, right? We need PackDrip. PackDrip needs to get on, or this pack's gonna suck. It's almost guaranteed. I don't know, PackDrip. Do you wanna come on just so that this pack is decent? Because otherwise, I know this pack's gonna be bad. So let me see if PackDrip wants to jump on just for the pack. PackDrip, I've messaged you on Twitter. If you want to rip this pack with me, come back on. Oh, he's going to rip one too. All right. So Packer's going to join us in a second, and we're going to rip this pack. Thank you, Enhoff and B. You're the best, buddy. You're the best for being here together. You're the best. You're an only tan. All right. So PackDrip is making his way. Let's see. I don't see him in the back end yet. Come on, PackDrip. Get a faster internet. Let me share the screen at least. We can look at those packs jiggling. All right, he needs a few minutes. All right, so I'm going to kill some time. So you guys can ask some more questions, answer a few more questions, and we're going to rip those packs. We're also going to do a duck race. So packs are right there. There's that shiny archive pack. There it is. Ooh, what could be inside? What could be inside? Could be anything. So that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. Let's see what else. Let's see if I can answer some questions that got missed. Excuse me. So, I mean, let's go back for a second to this question, the team channels. Like, how did you guys feel when you found out that this was the announcement, that this was big news? Because like I said in the beginning of the show, I was definitely underwhelmed at first. Because I thought, like, who needs to join another Discord? And Spicy Take Matt Roth, I don't know if you follow him on Twitter, but he loves his spicy takes. He was talking about it as well, thinking like, look, I talk about the Cavs with my friends every day. Why do I need another Discord chat? And I think the whole point is it's about that pathway to extra utility. It's like they're laying the ground. It's the same way they're laying the foundations of a better website. To me, that's what these team Discords are. It's like laying the foundation for something that's going to come later. When in the email, it was like, you guys can talk about the games and talk about the moments like that. Didn't really get me very excited, to be honest. When I thought beyond, when I kind of thought expanded my ideas of what this could become is when I got a little more excited. So let's see. Yeah. So Chris is saying, meh. Boudouin is an 8-team channel, so he was confused. Like, again, Boudouin, it might pay off on certain channels where, like, if you're in the Kings channel and the Celtics channel, the Celtics you might get nothing in, and the Kings might be like, Harrison Barnes is going to hang out and eat pizza with you if that's something you enjoy. Or we're going to send 5 random Discord members to a basketball game and just tap this button. I think for people like me and you, Boudouin, we can't take advantage of that, but that is very possible that something like that could happen because it's so nicely segmented now. So I have a strong feeling that that's what's going to happen. Andrew, are we going to see holiday giveaways? Well, what did we see? We saw holiday giveaways for Thanksgiving. So if you don't think we're going to see holiday giveaways for Christmas, I would think that you're tripping. So I would say, yes, we are going to see holiday giveaways. So B Bleezy is saying it's changing the sentiment inside the Top Shot Discord. So you're saying that the team channels are changing the sentiment? Okay. Less negativity in the TS. All right. Well, that's cool. Yeah. That's also true. Eco likes them. It's a way to connect with other fans and brag. Leaderboards. Yeah, I'm not crazy, honestly, about leaderboards just because I think it's going to, it's going to reward sort of people who just ape in. And I feel like that doesn't necessarily show you who are your fans. Like, I don't love that, although I guess I understand it. Yeah, Christmas set. I don't know if there's going to be a Christmas set. There's the Deck the Hoop set. And I think someone in the Wizards channel gave tickets. And that is something we're seeing, like in the Nine Lives Lounge as well, which PackDrip is in. He sees people giving.
You snuck me in. My apologies.
Yeah, it's all good. He sees people giving things away as well in the Nine Lives Lounge, right, PackDrip?
Yeah, there's some people giving some stuff away. I think what was it, Lakers tickets one time? Someone gave like 2 seats to the Lakers, and if you were in NLL, you just went to the NLL giveaways tab, and you liked, the little status. All you had to do was just like it to enter, but they kind of gave a little thing on it that said, if you can't make it to LA, don't sign up for this because we don't want to give you tickets that you're going to waste everybody's time. So I think like 300 people liked it. I know I didn't. I liked it at first because I usually just go through, oh, something's up today. Boom, I immediately like it, then read after, just to meet the deadlines or anything. But.
Yep, I hear that. So Quarter Maniacs want some merch.
I know.
Yeah.
The merch, the deadline's coming soon.
Yeah, I know you're a big merch guy. I personally am not, but I know some people like it. I haven't been in the TS Discord in months. I like the smaller ones we've created on our own. Hustle and Show, Boards to Buckets. Am I blanking on TSFS, Top Shot?
Not too sure what
TFS is.
No.
Yeah, Scott Barnes, Harrison Barnes is in the Kings Discord. Harrison Barnes is definitely the biggest NBA Top Shot collector in the NBA, without a doubt. All right. So without further ado, why don't we rip
these archives? I got my Ash Ketchum hat on. So
I was wondering if that was a Pokemon cap.
Yeah.
That is a Pokemon cap.
Yep, it is.
All right. So let's do it. Let's see. I mean, this is really, we're really pressing our PackDrip luck here. We're like, you got to just keep coming on so my packs don't suck. I know. I can't hear the music. Is that going to be a bad omen? Hold on, let's see. No, it's coming now. What am I talking about? It's going to come now. Let's hear the music. Ooh. Oh. I don't think I ever listened to this before.
Yeah. Nice throwback beat.
All right. Here we go. Should we go right? Should we start right like we did the last time?
Yeah, right to left.
By the way, is this music super loud?
It is kind of loud, at least on my end, but I'm vibing.
All right, we're vibing, so we'll leave it on. Here we go. Let's see, we want to see a Cavs logo or a T-Wolves logo on a Garnett. Oh, it's your boy.
Oh, you know what? You really are squeezing me. You're getting my stuff now. This proves it.
All right.
Bucks logo. Austin did a great job cutting that moment. Just to have that perfect angle, I love it.
Yeah, I can't hear anything, so I'm gonna cut it. Let's go left. Here we go.
Maybe my mic's low.
Let's smush, isn't it? All right. Well, we got Kobe Bryant in the clip, like sitting on the bench, I think. So there you go. All right.
And Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, Nicholson. All right.
Nicholson.
Here we go. We need our big moment right here in the middle. Here we go. Deron Williams,
the rookie card.
Okay. All right. Well, it's not a LeBron. We're still hunting for a LeBron on this stream, but one day. And
it's friends. Cool. You got 47 and Andre 40. AK-47 is in the clip. Look on the bright side. I don't know. We're looking for something.
All right. Well, We got badges. Not crazy about Smush Parker, but got badges. All right, not the best, but that's okay. That's okay. They can't all be winners.
You know, I think that one was a winner. And here, toss me the rock real quick. I got a pack we could rip too.
Oh, that's true. We didn't have the foam finger. That's why. That's why.
The foam thing, I was missing it. Do you want me? Nah.
It's too late now. It's too late now. Next time
we'll do one of these archives. We'll turn it up. We'll play the beat real quick.
Oh, you got the old music going? That's weird.
This is weird, right? This is how you know they.
Oh no. You want to know why? Because my pack was released 1, and this pack is released 2. So it looks like you have multiple archive packs. So you have. So this one is not the one that you got from a recent Flash challenge, but I don't think you can pick and choose.
This is the one that I bought, and that you could buy 3 at a time.
Okay.
So I never opened one of them. So.
Well, that's. I mean, leaving release 1 unopened maybe is better. I don't know what the moments if they were different.
I can't go back now.
Can't go back now. All right. Well, let's see a LeBron.
All right, LeBron he's in the middle.
Okay, let's see it. Nope, that's not LeBron.
Nope. All right, Stephon Marbury. I like it.
All right. Well, he ate soap once on a live stream, so that's important.
Did he really?
Yeah, you look it up on YouTube.
He's an icon.
Yep.
Marbury. Okay,
Dunk.
got another low. Ooh. Okay. Okay, this is why we rip packs. Tammy,
Wow.
I'm sorry, I stole your thunder because I promised a pack opening.
Wow.
Let's go.
Wow. Okay, we have a winner. We have a winner tonight.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Yeah, that's a clear win right there. Wow. Congrats on that one.
Thank you. And
Okay.
ooh, okay. Kenyon Martin action. Andre Miller.
Man, but that's Shaq. Oof.
Yeah, the Shaq. That was. And is there anybody else in this play? Is there some Timmy D in here?
Is there?
That's what I want to see because it's against the Spurs. Like what else are they capturing? You know, like there's always like a hidden agenda in these archive moments. So like play like there's always somebody else in it.
It looks like the scrubs are on the floor.
We got some berries. All right, we got. It looked like maybe Brent Berry. I could be wrong here.
So you just need to find like Brent Berry super fan who's gonna
it's
highly
not looking,
regard this moment.
Yeah, there's just Andre Miller's in it. But that's cool though. I like the Shaq. I'm
Yeah,
all
that's
for
huge.
it. White chocolate throws in the dime. I love to see it.
That's a really nice one.
Huge pack. Not gonna open another one of them. I'm pretty happy with what I just pulled. But can I talk about what I bought today?
Yeah, talk about what you
I went
bought
on a little
today.
shopping spree. We need to buy things. Buy the dip. Don't be afraid. If you have conviction in this, buy with conviction. So today I got antsy and I ended up actually buying. I ended up ripping some packs for more.
I love an
trade
antsy
tickets.
rip.
Yeah. Today, where did it start? I want to say it started around like Horford, and I just kept ripping. I ripped 5 packs of 3-3. Series 3, pack 3. I had 5. I saved 5, and yeah, today I just got antsy. I don't know. I usually don't do this.
Were there any non-60Ks in there?
No, it was all tickets.
All 60Ks. Yep.
Yeah. And duplicates and stuff that I've already had, so that's cool. So like, this is a
wait,
trade
hold on.
ticket because I
did
have
you
them.
not did you not have enough trade tickets for the Series 1?
Oh yeah, I could have did a trade ticket thing the first time, but I didn't want to.
Oh, but were they all S3s or were they? Is that
no? They're S2s. I have like 500 trade ticket S2s back when that was supposed to be a thing, and then it got prolonged for this. Now,
right. So the same thing happened to you. Like I decided I ended up actually having to burn like 20 S2s, which I wasn't very happy about. But
yeah, I could get to the shopping spree thing, but here I could show you real quick. If we go Series 2 and we go base set, you could see which moments you have the most. And so I have 300. This is the trade tickets. I got 100.
You have
132
Zubaks.
I had about 380 until that Zubac challenge came, and that's what I was telling you. When they said They said 3,000 Zubac sold. I got all 300 listed pretty low, and none of them sold. So I don't think 2,000 Zubac sold. That was just my theory.
They're
And
not telling the truth.
now here's my proof. Yeah, so I got 100 boogies, and this is kind of what I'm stuck on.
What do you mean you're stuck on it?
Like, I mean, I bought them for like, $5 to $8 each.
No, I know. That's what you don't
So
sell those. You wait till the next flash challenge when Zubac has 15 rebounds.
I know. I just got to keep holding on to them. But they were trade tickets under the old mindset.
Right.
But today, I went on a shopping spree. I found out George Hill was $71. I sold him for $400 about 2 months ago. When the George Hill trade happened, I'm like, oh, he's going to have an S3 moment. It's going to break the bottleneck. So using my basketball acumen, I knew to sell at the top, and I picked him up a month later for $71.
Okay.
And from there, I noticed Jordan Noir is pretty low too. I sold him at around like 300 as well. Picked him up around 140. Now my team set is officially complete.
Nice.
Then I seen Baisley, his like double badge rookie. He's out of 1,500. And if you go to the Thunder, it's his only moment. It's not like he has a non-badge moment. And so it's out of 1,500. Darius Baisley, I like the kid. He at least plays really good defense. Athletic kid. He's got to find his role. He's definitely not a shooter and a volume scorer. But I really like him. So for $49, I thought that was a steal. Then this was, I think, 35 for Marcus Morris. Another 1,500. Doesn't have another moment. So this is essentially like a bottleneck once they break the Chris Paul thing. And eventually they will. I think next season they're going to break the KD Thunder, which is going to break the S1 thing, which will create Baisley and Dort as the two bottlenecks, which Dort is probably the strongest one out of the two to hold and probably go up because I think Dort's the better player now and probably for time to come. And then Marcus Morris is the true bottleneck of the Clippers after Chris Paul's is broken. And I don't think they're just going to be printing S1 Marcus Morris is to break it,
What's that going for now?
Like $36 still. It's peanuts. Wow. I bought another one. I just didn't want to buy one off of Pranked or something. One of the big names. So I quit buying those. And then I bought a Kevin Durant for 100. Like you said, these are going for 800 or more at one point. And I bought Şengün, but I bought another Şengün earlier today right here. I told you I was hunting for him, so I flipped a couple things and had to pick up 2 Şengüns, and then my pack was Shaq.
Amazing. And I know I forgot who was on this. Someone was saying on Twitter that he thinks Şengün is like one of the best rookies out there right now.
Oh yeah, he is. He's incredible. He was the MVP of Turkey the same way Luka came over, being the MVP of I believe Italy's league or Spain's league. I think it was Spain.
Amazing. Well,
but so you got this guy who's 18 coming over, the same thing. He talks to the ball on the free throw line. He's the ball whisperer. Have you seen this?
I have not, but I'll look at it. I'll look it up.
Every free throw, he's talking to the ball, like saying something, and then he shoots. I love him. He's got some good dimes. They need to play him more. That's one thing. He's got vision. I like him a lot. I'm not saying he. I don't know what he could be. But a big that could pass like that is always going to be good.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that Poku would continue jumping off from what we were. I feel like we are having a similar conversation about Poku last year, but it seems like he's sort of stumbled out the gate a bit.
I was never sold on Poku. Poku was always like a trick or treat guy. I don't know. He didn't seem like a true finished product and everything. He was not a guy that would be in the Turkish league and still winning MVPs. I think that's the difference is Poku, you're trying to get him to be what he could be when he's already just a role guy. And I think that's his ceiling no matter what. And that's not a knock on him, but as a player, I think he's a tool rather than like, I don't know, just a bigger tool in the tool shed. Like Alperen Şengün, I think is more of a leader, more of maybe like an A2, like a A1, A2 type thing. Second man, Scottie Pippen, not a Pippen role, but the 2-man on a team. I think he can do that in the future. I definitely don't think he's going to take the league by storm. And I don't think he could ever go to Jokic levels, but who knows? Jokic has the blueprint out now, and all the bigs have been copying it.
Yeah. Well, I think it's time for a duck race. Quack in the chat, my people. Quack in the chat. Let's get those quacks in the chat. PackDrip definitely needs his revenge. We know that for sure.
I do. I don't know if we'll ever get a race like that again.
I don't know either. Let's get a banner going. Quack in the chat. All right, here we go, boys and girls. Quack in the chat.
Hold
Get
up,
that
let
quack
me
in the
quack.
chat.
Yeah, let me quack real quick. I gotta make sure I'm in there. Pack boost, stinky boost.
All right, so it looks like we
All
got
right, I'm in
20,
there.
29 of you, 29 or 28 are in there. So I expect to have something around there on eligible users. We have 20. Some of you guys are always like so slow. 21. Come on, guys.
Come
Let's get
on,
this.
guys, and don't forget to like the stream.
Yeah, don't forget to like the stream. How many likes we got? 33 likes.
I liked the stream an hour before it was even up. What are you
See,
guys doing?
That's a Tandy fan. That's an only tan right there.
Only tans. I'm a subscriber.
Exactly. Gotta unlock the content. All right, let's just hit this button a few more times. Looks like we got 23. Just want to make sure I just recognize names. All right, we'll run it with 23. That's fine. It's close enough. All right, let's run it.
All right, let's go.
Select these names. Wait, George B just came in. All right, George B. See, this always happens. I swear. So I'm selecting. These are your last seconds if you have not quacked in the chat. Let's get it going. Here we go. Names. Put it in there. Oh, actually, if you're watching on Twitch, guys, jump over to YouTube right now if you're on Twitch. Last chance. If you're watching on Twitch, come on down.
I'm definitely getting rugged again.
Yeah, if you're watching on Twitch, you got to come so you can rug PackDrip.
My Tandy, I'm definitely getting rugged again. I already know it.
No question. 100%. We got Top Shot talk quacking.
He's quacking in the chat.
Oh yeah, he's quacking in the chat. He wants some of this duck race action. No one can deny.
Okay.
On here. Oh, you gotta okay. All right. Last seconds. Final seconds. Last seconds, and we got 25. We're gonna call it. Let's get 25 of you in there. 25 beautiful ducks. Okay, done. 1 minute. Let's set it. And let's share it. Here we go. Get ready, ducks. You can click that link to spread the word. Here we go. Duck race is on its way. Here are these beautiful ducks. Let's share it. Boom. Beautiful ducks. Quack in the chat. Take that off. Beautiful ducks.
Do a countdown.
He said he's going to be the one. TST is going to be the one passing PackDrip at the end. Let's see.
Ooh, okay.
Big words.
Let's see. Let's see.
Those sound like fighting words, if you ask me.
They do.
All right. Well, let's give it a few lucky shuffles. Ooh. Can we try to get PackDrip in the Trump duck again, or?
Please no.
All right, that looks about right. We got a nice little combo of naked ducks. We got a Viking duck. We got a sunbathing duck. We got an astronaut duck. Alien duck.
I think it's that. Oh, I might have a naked duck.
Oh, that's
TST should be scared.
Yeah, that's usually a good sign when you got a naked duck. That's usually a good sign. The TST's duck is on the juice. That's not fair, I gotta say. The influencer ducks, exactly. Budwin, you got some influencer ducks in this pond. Good luck. That's all I can say. All right. On your
Someone
mark.
has to be the ugly duckling, and that just has to be him.
Here we go. On your mark, on your set, and on your go. Boom, they're off. Straight out the gates, it's Budwin, the naked duck.
Look at that influencer boost.
PackDrip got the influencer boost. It got hit by the quicksand. Epic is just kind of keeping it steady. The strawberry duck. But look at Raw. Raw is putting on the afterburners right now. But then he hits the quicksand. Ahmad coming from behind. He hits the quicksand. Everybody seems to be hitting the quicksand right now. But PackDrip is in the front. It's neck and neck, beak and beak. The astronaut man. He hits the quicksand. Here comes Andrew Deal. Seems like a lot of people are taking the front and hitting quicksand. We don't see any slow and steadies at the moment. Benjamin Tay, the naked duck, he's saying, I see my shot here. But the sunbather, strictly yes, strictly
The
three
strawberry.
scores.
I haven't seen the strawberry in forever.
That's true. The strawberry could make
The
it. Make
strawberry's
himself
been
known
missing
again.
this whole time. It's gonna win.
Strictly 3 is just like, all right, I'll just take this now. If no one else wants
you.
it, I'll just take it. Strawberry's coming. Any afterburners? CPTC note.
Oh,
Oh,
the
CPTC note.
Viking!
Boom, the Viking.
All right, the Viking came in.
The Viking comes in and takes it away. He pillages your town. And we can even see the photo finish.
Oh,
See,
wow.
quarter was actually pretty close. We weren't even looking. And there's PackDrip at number 4. So PackDrip.
Where's TST? Can we scroll down?
Look, TST 24th.
24th.
Whatever juice you're taking, TST, got to change juice. Maybe that was apple juice. Got to change it to got to change to grapefruit juice or something, because that didn't work. But anyhow, looks like Quarter Maniacs. I didn't have my eye on Quarter Maniacs, but that's saying a lot that the top 3 finishes were not naked ducks. I feel like this is an important moment right now.
This is.
But Chris Cody, congratulations. You have won.
Was the
DM
sword
me.
used as a paddle?
I would say it was. And I would say that maybe there's reason to protest.
It could be a competitive advantage.
I think maybe
that would get me 3rd and I get bronze medal.
Yeah, Louis Lux, 4th again, man. I'm sorry, Louis Lux. You just got to boost yourself harder than that. And a gracious loser here, Quarter Maniacs. Congrats. That's how you lose with grace. And TST bet against his duck, actually. So he's happy right now. The fix is in. I think we got to look into that a little closer.
We do.
We might have to ban him from swimming next week. But listen, everybody, that's the show. If you see, PackDrip is saying, be like me, get in there. But PackDrip, you didn't get access to NFL all day, right?
Are you trying? If I were to get access, would it be taken from me if spoken on?
I think you're allowed to tell people if you got access. You're just not allowed to tell people like what it was like, I think, or you're not allowed to stream your experience. But
okay, so I've seen what it's like. I have seen some things. I've seen some football moves.
Okay.
I've seen some serial jersey number matches.
Ooh.
I've seen some stuff.
Right.
I could have seen some stuff, I mean.
Are you trying to signal something to us with that Brady jersey in the back? Are you like trying to tell us something without telling us something?
Ironically, no. And I want to say that I joined the queue and I didn't land a pack.
And there were different tiers of pack you could buy, right? Or was it all that $250 pack? That was like the only option.
From what happened,
be careful. Don't say too much. We don't want to get you canceled.
I know. But you know what? I don't know where that $50 pack went. There was supposed to be a common pack. It just says expired now. The other one sold out. I don't know what's happening.
Maybe they rugged the common pack, but we'll never know.
The common pack, poof. But the other one, there was a lot of people in line. From where my place was, it was a lot because they only gave out a specific amount of packs, and there were thousands of people in line.
Well, that shows you a lot of people
not
want to
5
rip
digits,
packs.
But there were 4.
Yeah. So you weren't turned off by like the legendary being the punter and that kind of thing.
No. I would have loved it. It's basically the Genesis set. It's like the Cosmic. Like you can't be mad about the Cosmic set. This is what it is. It's out of 59, 39. Some of these moments. So people just got the Cosmics, and I'm kind of upset I didn't get it, but it's okay. Like I tried. I was at the end of the line, or maybe there was more behind me. I'll get a pack eventually. I might not even get a pack until it's open beta and everyone gets a pack. So I might never benefit from this advantage. And I think a lot of people are going to be like that. And who knows how they're going to feel after that, because they just completely were truly beta testers and didn't receive any benefit. Maybe there's going to be some sort of airdrop where you get like a special early adopter pack. You know how they did the gift set, something like that, where there's maybe
Right.
10 moments. It's one card in each pack. You could get one of the 10, yada yada, something like that. Because I have a feeling I'm gonna exit beta with nothing.
Are you gonna be sad?
That's after one pack. I'm definitely emotional about this.
Should
But
we cut to a live view of PackDrip after missing a pack? I have a live footage of it.
I was actually a bad boyfriend for that pack. You know that? My girl got in a car accident. Someone hit her car. It was parked. She wasn't even in it. Someone hit her
Okay.
car. Her car had to be in the shop. She works at a school, and I was supposed to pick her up, but the NFL drop was at 2, and I'm like, this is the beta drop. This is the first one ever, legendary drop. She kind of gets the feel of what this stuff is, and I'm trying to tell her how important it is. So she's like, it's okay. Like, one of the other guidance counselors can bring her, and I was like, okay, cool. And so my girl was all mad because I missed the pack, and it got pushed back from the time. So I told her at this time, she set up the ride. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Dapper
NFL
is
all
really.
day has me down bad. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. I really have. I have a little gripe. So, but it looks
Are you-
great. It really does. It looks cool. It looks fun. Looks like Top Shot. They have added a couple things. I won't say the features, but it could make circulation make more sense.
Well, it definitely seems like they're starting from a so-called healthier start. It won't be as much of like a FOMO rush. People are going to start kind of where we're at now with Top Shot, I think. So I don't think we're going to see these massive spikes.
It just depends. It really depends. If they do like a marketplace spend cap, I think that's what maybe they should and could implement. Let's say open beta happens in 2 weeks, and I don't know. That's a fake thing. I'm just saying like New Year's. Let's say New Year's open beta happens, and everyone can spend $500. That's it until February 1st. Or something. Like I don't know, but it could figure out a way to limit this to where no whale could do too much, and it also it does set a limit if people want to spend, and from there, how are you going to price it? Like, are you going to price your moments too high because no one's going to buy them? Who's going to buy them and spend their 500? You're eating out of their wallet. Like, that's a true wallet. Like, if everyone gets a $500 thing that they could spend, you can't list something for $450. If somebody buys it for $450, they can't buy anything for the rest of the month. Why would they buy something for $450?
It's an interesting idea.
I don't know. I might have cracked the code. I
might
came up
have
with this on my own.
I think if I'm Dapper though, I'm saying spend to your heart's delight. But yeah, I think
there's ways to really cage this in. They could even do that with the beta, maybe. Like in the beta, we could only spend a certain amount. If they give us access to marketplace before everybody else, maybe the same thing. So no whales could truly start. I guess you'll get a true head start eventually. But then there's no head start. Everyone will just get a fair start.
Yeah. Well, that would be interesting.
Are you an NFL fan?
I'm not as big as I used to be. I don't follow too much football. So for me, I feel like one of those true rent seekers who's just like, I know who Tom Brady is, and that's about it. I used to play a lot of Madden, watch a lot of football, like in college, but you have to sort of leave certain things down by the wayside once you have to like start running after a kid all Sunday instead of sitting on your couch.
I can only imagine. That's tough. Yeah, I
It's
don't
all
have any
good.
kids yet. I got a cat. He's enough. So, yeah, I can only imagine. But yeah, you might not be as caught up on football and stuff, but maybe they'll get you back into it at some point. Because I mean, you do spend some part of your time on social media and everything where you're watching basketball clips. I mean, maybe some of that time is just going to be allocated watching football clips and consuming a little of that content and being more well versed.
I know
it'll
if
make
the
us all
Patriots
better, sports journalists.
That is true. And if and when the Patriots make a deep run, I'll be watching. That's for sure. I'm like a fair weather fan at this point.
Mac 10s. until the
Yeah.
day I die. I'm buying all of them. If
He's
I have to
crushing
sell
it.
my whole Top Shot account to buy Mac Jones rookie cards, I will.
Yeah, Mac Jones and
No, I
Tom
won't.
Brady's.
But yeah,
That's what I'd
I'm
like.
gonna be buying Mac Jones. He's the future. I love Brady to death, as you know. But I gotta do it. I gotta rock with my guy. I was happy about Cam Newton for a while because my name's Cam. So now the quarterback of the Patriots after Brady is Cam. I rooted for him. I got his jersey. I gotta buy a Mac Jones jersey. After
Okay.
this season and how good they look, I'm excited.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting. It's almost like the second coming of the Tom Brady story in a way. I mean, we didn't see Tom Brady get nailed on the sideline and then Mac Jones come into the game, but it's just a young guy that's playing particularly well. So that's exciting. I hope to see something, and I will very much want to nab that moment in a pack. I mean, because when I saw the moments in the first pack, I didn't feel very much FOMO, and a lot of people on this chat didn't feel much FOMO. It was over 55% or whatever it was. People didn't feel FOMO about the pack. I think that's mostly because what was in it.
And I think the names, I mean, you had like Mahomes tweet about it once. I don't think they showed, I think they showed Mahomes' moment, but everyone isn't getting Mahomes' moments. Everyone's
Right.
getting everybody else but
Exactly.
Mahomes. So
Exactly.
I think that, yeah, the pack list was vast, and I don't think they headlined it well enough. But regardless, I think it's going to be cool. I'm not the biggest NFL fan, like you're saying. I kind of lost it along the way. I don't have all the time to watch NFL games. I watch more basketball than I do football, and when it's not basketball season, I'm off doing other things. I get more in the fitness when basketball isn't around. I start working out more and
Well,
using other things with my time, you know.
yeah, that's probably the better idea in the grand scheme of things. Let's
But
be honest.
UFC, that's something I'm a bigger fan of. Like
Mm,
last night staying up till 1 a.m. watching the fights, and when the UFC, what is it called, Octagon, or maybe it's something different. If that drops, that's something I think I'd really like to do. That's a more fandom thing. If I could win tickets to go to, fights in Madison Square Garden or something like that, I would love it.
but also, like, I also think the moments in UFC are going to be crazy. Like
Yeah. Oh
they're
yeah.
so action packed and just so jaw dropping compared to like anything else. Like like a spinning leg kick, Conor McGregor knockout or something is.
And I still think most of the staff is still the CryptoKitty staff transitioning over, and I'm imagining knowing who it's comprised of, them putting all this UFC stuff. They're like,
They'll be
"Oh
like, we don't
wow,
care. Just tell us what color the
this is
yacht's going to be.
Corey." No, true.
But anyway, all right, guys. Well, see, that's a signal right there. I think we're gonna call it anyway. We're almost at 2 hours, but
Saved by the
PackDrip,
bell.
yeah, Saved by the Bell. Thanks again for coming on. You weren't as lucky this time as of a lucky charm, but I think that's because we were missing the foam finger. So next time we'll break out that foam finger.
No Ash Ketchum hat.
Yeah, we got to burn that
It
hat.
worked for me though.
You're
It
right.
did work for
That's
me.
true.
The Shaq.
Mm.
Don't
Well,
forget the
okay,
Shaq pull.
so if you're gonna open a pack, I
I
will.
can't pull packs anymore.
No, you should still pull them. I mean, if you still have a pack to pull, like I will graciously allow you to take the luck, and that's okay with me.
Then we'll make sure you don't pull that night.
Nah, it's okay. I'll still pull. We'll see. Maybe I need to switch it up. But anyway.
All right. Yeah. Work on your pregame routine,
All right, I will. All right, well, everybody, thanks so much. Let's see what happens this week. Maybe we'll get some news. Maybe we'll get some Deck the Hoops news. Who knows? But something will start to brew. I'm pretty sure of it. So until the next week, we'll have new things to talk about. Thank you, PackDrip, for jumping on. And
Thank you, Tandy.
until next time, bye-bye.
Peace.
Static Selector.